scurried off into the back room. I followed down to see what was happening, and I saw as I entered that they were all huddled around in a circle. And as I forced my way into the circle, to my surprise, I saw my brothers handing around what appeared to be some sort of black handgun. Each of them slowly took turns to examine the gun. And of course, I also wanted to take a closer look and began to protest for a turn. Eventually, someone handed me the gun, and I remember being instantly taken aback by just how heavy it was. I was only around 6 or 7 at the time, but I remember how cold the steel felt as I held the gun in my hands. And it was difficult to imagine that that gun had been made for anything other than pure destruction. By the time I was a teen, my school attendance had dropped dramatically. And on occasion, when I did attend school, I was made to sit at a single desk in a corridor on my own. To be honest, again, I felt isolated and ashamed. I failed my exams and ended up leaving school with nothing other than a whole load of resentment. I had no qualifications. I felt an absolute failure, which only added to the anger and bitterness that I was harboring from a domestically abusive childhood. Having left school without any qualifications meant that college wasn't an option. And the thought of never going to university was unimaginable. Actually, I didn't even know what university was. My peer group had started to distance themselves from me, and I couldn't blame them. By 16, I was selling cannabis. By 19, I was selling cocaine. And by 25, there wasn't a drug that I didn't have access to. You see, in my world, it was easier to get a gun than it was a degree. One day, I heard a man give a short talk. He took his backpack off and calmly cleared his throat before gently introducing himself to the audience. He was such a humble man. I imagined what his life would be like in comparison to that of my own. We were worlds apart. I watched on as he reached down into the pocket of his clean but slightly faded chinos and produced a small box. As the quiet man slowly took the lid off of the box, the room was silent. You could hear a pin drop. And the man produced a small crucifix out of the box and thrust it high into the air. And he said, "I'm a Christian, and Jesus changed my life." And I remember being instantly struck by how this quiet, humble little man had the courage to speak so boldly and confidently about how Jesus, whoever he was, could change lives. He had nothing that I had, but everything that I wanted. I had spent my whole life searching for the affirmation